Hi, remote learners. Welcome. It's Monday afternoon after school, and I am making a customized video for you all. Today in composition class, what we did is we organized notebooks, and I handed back Latin stories to them, and they organized something that you guys really haven't had to do, which is called daily work. And so I'm going to send you a copy of what I've asked everybody to keep in their notebooks, because hopefully you are keeping notebooks at home, and I'm just optimistic that at one point you'll get to rejoin us before the school year. So I'm going to attach a copy of that to you, but you're not getting a grade for that. You'll see it in Headmaster and you just won't have a grade for it. But I did want to welcome you to the beginning of second quarter, and also just say I'm relieved that we have made it for one quarter, and proud of you guys. Remote learning is not for the faint of heart, and certainly I have had a lot of technological challenges. And so thank you for your patience with me, and I think we all know a little bit more. And so going forward into second quarter, I just want to tell you guys, my remote learners, of a couple of changes that I'm going to be doing differently. The most important thing that you do as a remote learner is that you connect with our class by watching videos. And so one thing that the dialectic teachers are noticing is we're really not getting many hits on our class videos, that maybe one or two people are watching each video. And that is really distressing as a teacher, and I think ultimately it gets reflected in grades. So I want to encourage that among you guys. It's so much better to watch a video than to try to Google information or just recall. And of course your classmates are required to sit in class. So here's what we're going to start doing in composition. Already your classmates, and Logan, you're familiar with this, I started a participation grade where people get 5 points a week. That's 1 point a day for coming to class prepared with material, having their masks up, and not talking in a way that disrupts class. And you'll see, I'm sure you've seen that on Headmaster, and I just don't have anything down for you as remote students. But starting second quarter, you will have a participation grade. And your participation grade is going to be based on you watching the class video. And how will I know that you're watching the class video? That is a great question. And here's the answer. In every video, I am going to have a specific statement that I say to remote learners, and it's going to be an instruction for you to do on your homework. And it may be something as simple as, hey, on your adverbs worksheet, draw a pumpkin at the top of the sheet. Or it may be something like cross out number 10, or sign your name in cursive. It's going to be something kind of silly and whimsical, but you're not going to know it unless you watch the video. And I change which classes I film in, so you can't really ask your classmates because you don't know. So anyway, this is a silly way to say your participation matters, and so that is going to be a participation grade. If you don't do that silly little thing, then you just get a 0 for that day, and you'll see that grade show up at the end of every week. Okay? So I talked about that with those that came to the study session last week. Oh, and that's the other thing. A study session is actually going to count for a grade now. So I've kind of let that be optional, assuming that everybody would see the value. But now it's actually going to be a grade. So you're going to see, you'll get, it'll be like a homework grade for coming to a study session. And I'm going to try to meet with you all once a week. Probably not this week because it's the end of the quarter and I'm digging out from all the grading. But I do really value that connection with you all, and I also want to reiterate, please email me and send me your questions. I know that you're at somewhat of a disadvantage, and I try to be available to you. I want to remind you that I'm available for office hours and tutoring. I am free in the morning, so I can schedule office hours in the morning, and then I'm also free after school. So I want you to take ownership, and I want you to reach out when you're confused, and some of you have been fabulous advocates, and I really appreciate that. Okay, the second change is going to be that your homework is now going to need to be due on time. All of us have gotten used to the technology, and it's so hard. And I pray that I have gotten down the system of posting your assignments. But you need to have things turned in by 8 a.m. the next day. And you know from when you've been in class, those of you that have been in class, that I check everybody's homework at the beginning of class. They can't turn it in at the end of class. So I'm going to try to level the playing field and require that you all have it in by 8 a.m. And of course, I highly suggest that you turn it in the night before. I think it's really rough to have to get up in the morning and plan to turn your homework in, because what if you oversleep? What if you forget? So please be mindful of that. And my homework policy, you can look on the syllabus, but just to remind you, it's 5 points for completion. You get 100% for completion, and it's a 0 for partially complete or for not having it in on time. So you guys will get used to that, and you can do that, okay? We are getting ready to start Unit 4, which is going to be on adverbs. And you do not have homework tonight. You will have a lot going on in the next couple of weeks, but you don't have any homework tonight. I do want to say that as I printed out your tests this afternoon, I noticed that a number of you did not sign an honor statement, and I need an honor statement to be able to release your grades. So I think Andrew and Sadie are the only ones that wrote an honor statement, and that was in the instructions for the test. So if you could write that out and send that to me, I would appreciate it. I will not post your grades until I get that. And I think that's all. I will look forward to, you'll get your first class video on Wednesday morning, okay? Take care, bye.